and gentlemen, I now recognize the chairman of the full committee, Mr. Westerman from Arkansas.
Thank you, Mr. Gosar, Chairman Gosar, and to the witnesses for being here today. Appreciate you taking time to come and share your valuable testimony with us. Over the last few years, shifting trade dynamics and economic trends have highlighted just how important mining is to the modern world. Currently, tech companies make up approximately 34% of the S&P 500. That's the largest of any sector. Each of these companies and many other industries are reliant on the natural resources obtained from mines for their businesses to function. Whether it's gallium used in semiconductor chips for AI, copper used in servers at data centers or transmission, or rare earth elements used in consumer electronics, the need for these minerals is unquestionable. In the United States, it takes an average of 29 years to build a new mine from the first stage of exploration all the way up to production. We are second only in length to Zambia. I don't know what they're doing wrong in Zambia, but it must be really bad if it takes them longer than it does here to develop a mine. And we chuckle about that, but that's unacceptable. This is the United States of America. We should be able to develop a mine in less than 29 years. A big step in reducing the lengthy timeline is leveraging our technological innovation here in the United States. The other half of this puzzle is solving the arduous permitting process to bring much-needed domestically produced minerals into the supply chain. Last month in this committee, we reported our bipartisan NEPA reform bill, the SPEED Act, to the House for consideration. The SPEED Act would reform NEPA, which is one of the most litigated pieces of legislation, one that has caused far too many projects to be delayed or outright canceled across many industries. And that's not just mining. It's from transportation and infrastructure projects to energy transmission, whether that's pipelines or transmission lines, seaports, airports, railroads, forestry. The list goes on and on how NEPA's been abused. And it has hit mining especially hard. As we look at new investments in mining and the technology we'll be hearing about today, I also want to take a moment to talk about something that you may not expect from a hearing on mining, and that's how we're going to learn a bit more about how the mining industry, and particularly from some of our witnesses, we'll be talking about education, the importance of educating the workforce and the leaders in the mining area as we move forward. I know not long after I got to Congress, I found out because of the Gold King mine spill, which was totally caused by the federal government, they didn't have any engineers working on the project because it's hard to find mining engineers anymore. And they couldn't hire engineers, so they didn't use engineers. And guess what? A couple of guys got out on a backhoe and poked a hole in the plug and drained all those chemicals into the King River. Education is an extremely important part, and sometimes we forget to talk about those things. To have new technology and new investments in mining, we have to have the education component. We have to be innovative. If we want to have things like robotics that assist in drilling, if we want to have AI-assisted mining exploration, if we want to have novel forms of lithium extraction and more, we need to train the future leaders. And this hearing that we're having today is a great opportunity where we can talk about how we pair the hope of permitting reform and signal to our younger generation that mining is the future. And in the world we live in today, there's not much of a future without mining. Many of you may have read the Wall Street Journal article that said China mines 70% of the world's minerals today. 70%. It gets worse than that. They process 90%. These are things that are critical to our national security. We have to wake up and start doing things here in America again and start doing it the right way. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses. I look forward to hearing how your technologies are helping to bring the mining industry into a new technological age. Chairman Gosar, I commend you on having this hearing, and I yield back.